Hi there, my name's Richard Turl. I'm the pastor at Mickfield Evangelical Church, and I've decided to produce this short video for you. This is a video for you. This is for the local community. Perhaps you live in Mickfield or in the surrounding area, somewhere in mid-Suffolk. Perhaps you've stumbled across our website, or maybe you're a local that likes to just keep up with what we're doing as a church. This is for you. We live in very strange times, don't we? The coronavirus situation is a global pandemic, it's a national emergency, and it's affecting many aspects of people's lives right here in Suffolk. And we find ourselves in situations that many of us have never experienced before. We're having conversations that we never had before about toilet roll, or the idea of rationing, or about isolation and social distancing. As a church, on Tuesday the 17th of March, we took the hard but necessary decision to shut down all of our meetings with immediate effect for the foreseeable future. We're a thriving church family, about 100 people, children and young people, and so we've had to quickly adapt to this situation. I've been sending out daily videos to the church. We've also set up a Sunday service on YouTube, and we're seeking to do all that we can to serve our local community. We live in very strange times, and this whole coronavirus crisis is complicated, isn't it? And it can feel utterly overwhelming. We all come with different responses, whether we're young or old, male or female, whether perhaps you're a naturally anxious type or a kind of keep calm and carry on type, whether you're Suffolk born and bred or a complete outsider like me. I'm from Yorkshire. Everyone has got different responses to this situation, different perspectives. What's our perspective as Christians, as a church, a local church in the community? What's my perspective as a personal follower of Jesus and a local community leader? Well, there are many things that we could say. The Bible and the Christian tradition has a lot to say about the sufferings and sicknesses and sadnesses of this broken world in which we all live together. As I've talked to people in our local communities, the conversations again and again have come round to this same idea, really, that the coronavirus crisis has brought out the very best in people, but also the very worst. And as Christians, we believe that our worldview makes some sense of that strange paradox. And Christians don't have a monopoly on good behaviour or on good responses in a time of crisis, but we do have this worldview which seems to explain how amazingly good people can be and how incredibly selfish we can be too. But the real focus of our response has to centre on Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus is real. If you'd been around about 2,000 years ago in the right place at the right time, you could have met him. No serious historian, whether ancient or modern, denies the existence of Jesus. The real question that they're asking is, well, what's the significance of Jesus? That's the big question. What's his significance? And the wonderful thing is that in Jesus we see the Son of God come to earth, born as a man, born as a human, born into this world of viruses and sadnesses. He lived in the real world just like you and me. And he also died on the cross. He himself suffered. He suffered and he died for us to pay the price for our treachery against God and to bear the blame that should be ours for every harsh word we've ever spoken, for every kindness that we've neglected to show, and every way that we've broken God's laws, broken human laws, and failed to live the lives we should have done. For all of that, Jesus died for us. And the wonder of Jesus is that it's not just that he lived and he died for us, but that 3 days later Jesus rose again. Jesus came back to life physically from the grave. And that's what we'll be celebrating as Christians this Easter time. It's not a fanciful story or a fairy tale. There's a ton of evidence that Jesus of Nazareth did what no one can do. He conquered death itself. Many intelligent, well-known, skeptical people have gone out to disprove the resurrection of Jesus. They've looked at all the evidence, done all the research, only to find themselves, as one of them has said, ambushed by the evidence. Jesus shows us the God who is good and faithful and loving and deeply compassionate. And he says that we can know this God. Even amidst this coronavirus crisis, we can know the love and kindness of the God who made us in the midst of these very strange times. Perhaps you'd like to find out more about these things. We want to help you to explore the Christian faith and encounter this Jesus. Why not drop us an email? All the details are there on our website. And look out for the next video, an Easter message on Easter Day.